So unlike in years past when Star Wars movies were about to come out and a trailer was going to happen or they were going to give you something exclusive, they would let you know ahead of time. Like, this is an event, like, watch this trailer, we'll release it on this day. Unlike that, Star Wars Force Awakens decided to drop a little 15-second teaser on their Instagram page. What everyone's talking about is the character of Finn is holding a blue lightsaber, which may or may not have ties to previous people who may have held a blue lightsaber. We get to see more footage of Kylo Ren, the villain of the upcoming movie. He's the guy who kind of looks like he's been inspired by Darth Vader. He's got that lightsaber where it's got the little cross guard as well with the two little lightsabers there. Wondering how that's going to work out, if it's very good at blocking things, if he accidentally cuts his hand a lot of times. So a lot of people are talking about this. Everyone's very excited. All the Star Wars fans want to know what's going to happen in terms of this mysterious Kylo Ren and Finn, who looks to be some sort of rogue stormtrooper. But I think it's kind of cool that Star Wars isn't letting too much out, because that's a big problem with movies nowadays, is that everything's being shown in the trailer. Movies are being ruined off the get-go. So the fact that they know we got a movie here that everyone's going to want to see, it's probably going to break all the box office records. So at this point, in terms of advertising, less is more. Keep them wanting more. And I'm sure that when Christmas rolls around, the lines are going to be out the door to see this movie. And speaking of movies that nerds go crazy over, it's okay I can say that because I consider myself to be a huge, huge nerd when it comes to certain movies. The Captain America Civil War concept art came out, and what's important about that is it's starting to show what side people are taking on. If you're not familiar with the storyline, it's Captain America and Iron Man are basically against each other. There is a government policy that is making superheroes have to unmask and register and everything. At least that's what was in the comics. I'm assuming that's what's going to be in the movies. So it's very exciting. I'm super excited about these Marvel movies and Avenger movies. I'm very interested to see, because supposedly there's going to be Scarlet Witch is back and Spider-Man's going to be introduced. So you don't know if they're going to be neutral, if they're going to be picking a side, or what part they're going to play in this. Even though it's a Captain America movie, you have to assume that they're the good guys, but obviously Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man, I don't know how they're going to play that as well. It's like, I'm very intrigued to see how this is going to work out and who's going to take whose side. But let us know, do you think that Spider-Man and Scarlet Witch are going to be on Captain America's side, or are they going to be on Iron Man's side? Or whose side do you want them to be on? Movie I reviewed this week was No Escape. It stars Owen Wilson, Pierce Brosnan, and Lake Bell. Owen Wilson is this engineer from Texas who ends up moving his family, his wife, his two daughters with him to Southeast Asia, where he's got a new job as an engineer, and everything seems to be settling in, and it turns out they're in the middle of this giant uprising, and they are under attack. The revolutionaries, as it were, are just slaughtering everyone, and they are in danger, and they have to find a way to escape these situations, whether going to the embassy or going to another country. They have to get away without getting hurt or killed. This movie was super intense. Holy shit. It was so suspenseful and very thrilling, and you kind of just like felt for these characters that were like, oh my god, what would you do in this situation? I feel that's kind of what this movie was really about. Like, how far would you go to protect your family or your loved ones? But this movie just really, really, it was a movie experience. Like, you go watch the movie, and like, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time, heart racing, jaw dropped at certain times, and it was like that for the other people in the theater too. Like, people were clapping near the end. I thought this was a great movie. I give this movie 3 ticket stubs out of 3. I definitely recommend everyone go see it, because I think it's a good conversation starter. People can talk about it afterwards. It's kind of a divisive movie, but I think that it's definitely worth checking out. Thank you guys for watching Hip Hop and Movie News. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave your feedback below. Let us know what you think. And keep sending in those 15-second submissions. This week's submission comes from none other than our good friend, Matt Right Now. So we get to see more of him again. And keep sending in more, or else Matt's going to have to just keep sending in his submissions, and we'll have to see that all the time.
Damn it, Andy, where doesn't it hurt?
Here.